Okay, in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I learned a handstand push-up in only 3 weeks. Alright, so about three weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I decided that I wanted to start doing a lot more calisthenic type of movements. I wanted to start learning these calisthenic tricks. I wanted to become more fluent and more agile with my body. And I was like, what better way to start with this than trying to learn some calisthenics tricks? So I decided that I wanted to learn the handstand push up. And basically, the main method that I was using for this was I would just go around, like I'd be outside or something like that. I'd be chilling, doing my own thing. And I'd just randomly get like this motivation to just start doing handstands, right? I've been doing like tons of handstands every day just because like I just like the challenge of seeing how long I can balance my handstand for. I like the challenge of you know trying to get better at the handstand over time. So though this is an example of what I was doing. So I'd basically just be outside, right? I'd be chilling. I'd just be getting my sunlight for the day, and I would just randomly just get this instant like motivation. Like I would get maybe a little bit bored, and I would decide to get off of my chair or stop whatever I was doing to go and do a handstand, right? So I would come and do this. Start a little handstand real quick. And I'll just be spamming these. Like I'll just be spamming these a lot. So this is a tactic I use. And I think this is the main thing that got me to this handstand push-up, right? So eventually, the more I did this, the better my balance got. So originally, I started doing these handstands, and I would just fall down within like 2 seconds, right? Like I would do the handstand formation, I would be up there for like a second or two, because I just didn't know how to balance it right, and I just fall down immediately. So the method that got me better at this was just spamming these right here, just doing a lot of handstands in general. All right, and eventually, the more you do it, the better you get at balancing. So, for example, one day you would just do a whole bunch of the handstands, right? You would lose your balance after like a second, but then you get like a lucky one, and you would be there for like 3 seconds, and then you kind of just want to replicate that balance. Like, how are you balancing it like that? And the more you do it, the better you get. Another tactic you could use, I didn't do this me personally. Another tactic you can use though is you can go against a wall. That's a bad wall. You can go against a wall, and then you can go on here, and you basically get yourself in the handstand formation, and you use the wall as balance with your legs. So you put your legs on the wall, and then you use your hands, and then once you got the balance right a little bit on the wall, then you can switch to doing it without the wall. But the wall's still right next to you, so if you lose your balance, you can always use the wall as support. So this is what I was. No, this is not what I was doing. This is a tactic you can use that works for a lot of people. But like I said, I was just mainly doing the random handstands, right? I was just trying to get better at my handstands because I just enjoyed doing it. It was motivation, it's motivating, and I just wanted to keep doing more handstands. And eventually, I got really got my balance. I decided one day, let's just try the handstand push up, and I actually got it. So the first thing you want to do for the handstand is you just want to master the balance, right? You can't do a handstand push up if you can't balance a handstand. So once you get like a 10-second handstand, like you can balance a handstand for 10 seconds, you're ready for the handstand push up. So until then, just spam these. Like I said, you can either do it with wall supporting, right? This is a tactic a lot of people use. I didn't do that. Like I said, I just was doing a whole bunch of free handstands, and eventually I got really good with my balance, and I decided let's just go for a push up, and that's when I got it. All right. Next is going to be doing calisthenics and cardio. So you need to get your body in shape, right? So this is how my physique looked when I got this handstand. So this is what my physique looked like before I started doing a lot more calisthenics. So of course, if you've been tapped into this channel already, you guys already know I made this 135 pounds, 155 pounds transformation, where I had this top link in the description if you want to learn more on how I bulked up like that and trained properly. So this is what my physique was looking like. This is not really impressive. At the time, I thought it was a lot more impressive than it actually is. But compared to what I got now, it's way better right now. This is what I have now. This is what I had like a few months ago. And the main change I got from this was just doing a lot more calisthenics. All right. Basically, what calisthenics does for you is it's a lot more natural for your body weight, right? You learn all these body weight movements. You get really good with your body. You're not just lifting heavy weight. You're lifting your body. Good movements, healthy movements. It's a lot healthier than going to the gym too. So basically, what calisthenics does to your body is it makes you lean, right? You're gonna be insanely lean from just doing calisthenics in general. As you can see, this is where I was at a few months ago when I was doing a lot of weightlifting. This is where I was at when I started doing a lot more calisthenics, right? You can just see the abs, the obliques just popping out. The chest looks is popping out more. You know, the arms look relatively the same, but even then the frame looks a lot wider. The waist looks a lot slimmer. So if you want a better looking physique, bro, you got to do some calisthenics. All right, you need calisthenics if you want a really good looking physique like this. If you want an aesthetic physique, athletic physique, do calisthenics. That's non-negotiable, right? But how this correlates to the handstand is the more you do calisthenics, the more your core gets stronger, and you need to have a strong core to balance the handstand out. Also, you get a lot more stronger with your body weight, and once you get stronger with your body weight, you can actually do the handstand a lot more efficiently. So this is what my physique looked like before calisthenics right here. This is what my physique looked like after. So now I do recommend you certainly start doing your calisthenics and cardio because the goal is to get lean. You can't just be like a 300-pound monster, right? Or like, okay, let's be more realistic. Like a 250-pound monster and expect to do a handstand push-up. Now, some people, if you're like insanely strong, like maybe Bradley Martin could pull one of those out because he's like 6'3", 260 or 280. He can maybe do that. But for the general population, you won't be able to do a handstand push-up unless if you're insanely lean. And Bradley Martin, by the way, is insanely lean regardless. All right, I mean, I don't have a picture of him, but if you look up Bradley Martin's physique, he is lean. You got to be lean. You can't just be insanely huge and expect to get this handstand push-up down because you can't do this with a weak core. You can't do this if you're not good with your body weight. Okay, that's just how it works. All right. So for calisthenics, I recommend you do workouts like pull-ups, dips, push-ups, rings. You can use the rings. I can make a separate video on like the equipment I use. Basically, what I use is a pull-up bar, right? I have a pull-up bar, and then I have some parallel bars, right? They look like this. And I have like these little rings. Like this. This is all you need for calisthenics and the floor. You can build a crazy physique with just these three equipments. So for your back, you do all your back workouts on a pull-up bar. And if you want to hit your rows, you can use the parallel bars for that. You can do a lot of variations with the rings. You can do like flies. You can do certain types of push-ups with the rings. With the dips, you can do dips. You can, like I say, you can do rows. There's all types of movements you can do. And then you can even do push-ups. So you can do like pike push-ups to grow your shoulders. So basically what this looks like is you go like, you don't even go in nothing actually. You're on the floor, you're like this, and you're here, your head's right there, and you're just doing pike push-ups. It's like a weird movement. You gotta look it up, to do it accurately, but that's another thing you can be doing to grow your shoulders. Also, if you want to grow your upper chest, that's something I've been doing too. You can do decline push-ups. Let me do a stick figure because it's better. You can do decline push-ups. Basically, you come here and you're doing decline push-ups. Right, this is going to grow your upper chest. And by the way, when you do all these workouts, you want to try feeling that mind-muscle connection. You still want to use the same principles that you use for the gym. You want to feel the mind-muscle connection. You want to feel the stretch, right? You always want to do this, even though it's a different style of working out. You still want to do this if you want to like really maximize your muscle growth in certain areas. So if you want me to make a separate video on that, I certainly can, on how to grow better with calisthenics. But this is all you need. All you need is a pull-up bar, parallel bars, the ground, and some rings. And you can build a 10 out of 10 physique with consistent calisthenics. Not only can you do that, you will definitely be able to master the handstand push-up when it's all said and done. You'll be able to master multiple calisthenics tricks, actually. Because you're building your core up, you're building your calisthenic movements up, you're building your calisthenic strengths up, and you're going to be really good with your body within like a year of doing this. Like, you're going to be really good with your body. Like, when I mean really good, you're going to be able to just maneuver really well in life. Also, you want to be doing your cardio, so you want to be very consistent with just sports, right? I recommend you just do sports. Don't go to the gym and hop on the treadmill for like 30 minutes and call it a day. Instead, go find a sport. Go play a sport. So basketball, for example, that's the one I like to play the most. Play a lot of basketball if you enjoy doing that. You're going to be able to build a lot of athleticism from just playing basketball because you're sprinting 1 second, you're jogging 1 second because it's an endurance sport at the same time. You got to do a lot of explosive movements to be really good at basketball. So play like a sport like basketball. Play soccer. If you're playing soccer, if you're outside, take your shoes off, take your socks off, and be bare feet, right? Get your movement down, okay? And I can also make a separate video on that, how to become more athletic, how go-to works. I can going more in depth in this in another video. But for this video specifically, I'm not going to get sidetracked. It's just learn how to do this handstand push-up. So basically, all you really got to do is, get the balance down, build the physique for it, do a lot of handstands, right? It's going to be trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error when it comes to these handstands. And get your recovery down. I'm going to show you in a second, or I'm going to tell you in a second what you can do for recovery. Basically, recovery, sleep, okay? I can go in depth in this if you want me to. Basically, what I do for my sleep is like an hour before I go to bed, I don't watch anything, right? I don't eat anything. If you're gonna have anything, drink warm milk. All right, that's gonna help increase your melatonin. Drink some warm milk before you go to bed. Be in bed at the same time every night, okay? Be in bed at the same time every night. You don't have to wake up at the same time every day because some days you're gonna need more sleep than others. But be in bed at the same time every day. All right. So a tactic you can use is you can set an alarm clock for your sleep instead of waking up, and that's really good to do. And then try to be in bed for like 10 hours a night, okay? If you're under the age of 18, try to do like 11 or 12 if possible. All right. So sleep, okay? Make sure you have a really cold room. Have some white noise in the background if you're in a loud environment. And make sure the room is like pitch black, like you can't see. And if you need to, you can always get yourself a sleepy mask. All right, this is the one I use sometimes. I don't always use it. But if I really need to, I'll use a sleeping mask if I really want to, take a step further on my sleep. And yeah, it's basically all you got to do for your sleep, really. Cold room, dark environment. And sleep is going to be the main thing that recovers. Like, that's going to be the main thing for recovery. Also, your diet is important. So, consume a lot of protein. You guys know this. But you guys also need to be working on your digestion, right? This is the issue people face, right? You're getting a lot of protein in, but you're not actually digesting the protein, okay? This is a quick little tip for you guys if you made this far in the video. Work on your digestion system. So, eat a lot of small meals throughout the day that consist of protein. So, for example, instead of eating like 3 big meals, like you have a really big breakfast with a whole bunch of protein, a really big lunch with a whole bunch of protein, and a really big dinner with a whole bunch of protein. Instead of doing that, have like 6 meals broken up in like halves, right? So you get the same amount of calories, but you just basically cut the meal in half, right? And you have that 6 times a day. After you get done with the meal, go for like a little walk. Go for like a 5-minute walk, right? You can literally go to your backyard if you have one. Take your shoes off, take your socks off, get some grounding in at the same time. Get some sunlight in at the same time. Just walk for like 5 minutes. You can literally just do that, right? And your digestion system is going to thank you. You're going to be able to consume and digest the protein a lot more properly. And it's going to ultimately lead to more muscle growth, more gains, and it's going to be healthier for you in the long run. All right, make sure you're getting fats, right? Fats are very important for staying lean. I think a big reason why I'm able to stay lean, and I'm on a bulk right now, right? You guys already see my physique, but I'm on a bulk right now, and I'm able to stay this lean. 1, genetics, right? I have pretty good genetics. I've been lean my whole life, if I'm being honest. 2, fats. Fats is very important. A lot of people, overlook fats when it comes to staying lean. But if you consume a lot of fats, right, you're going to be able to be very lean. All right, if you guys want me to make a diet video, I can certainly make one of those too. Just let me know in the comment section below. I know I keep saying that. But fats, you can be very lean if you just consume a lot of fats and protein, right? That's why you see a lot of people go primal or go... Yeah, the primal diet. You know how the primal diet works, where you basically eat a whole bunch of meat and fruit only in the seasons. There's a reason why this is so popular, is because everyone who's on this diet gets really lean. The reason is because you're not consuming a lot of, over processed carbs. You're eating healthy, of course, that's the basics, but you're getting a lot of fat. And when you get a lot of fat, you maintain your leanness a lot better. So you're going to get a lot more leaner once you get on this diet. All right. For carbs, so we're going to write lean here. Fats are going to get you lean. That's basically what I'm saying. Working out and eating a lot of fats will get you lean. Protein will build you muscle. Carbs will give you energy. So don't overdo the carbs, but definitely get yourself some carbs in for the day. So I get a lot of carbs throughout the day. Basically what I do is I have some snacks I eat throughout the day that consist of a lot of carbs. Mainly, my main source of carbs right now is like blueberries, honey, and orange juice. That's what I'm mainly consuming for my carbs right now. Before a workout, I would have like some orange juice. Throughout the day, or like a post-workout meal, I'll have some Greek yogurt, some honey and some blueberries. That's a really good combination. You get a lot of nutrients from that. And that's basically all you gotta do for diet. Eat a whole single ingredient, clean food diet. Okay, get your fats in, get your carbs in, get your protein in. All right, you don't want to neglect none of these. Just don't overdo any of these, right? Don't overdo the protein. Having 100 extra grams of protein than 200 is like, let's say you have 200 grams of protein a day right now. Adding an extra 100 grams isn't going to do anything for you, especially if your digestive system isn't there, okay? Because your digestive system is what's going to actually activate that muscle protein synthesis if you don't actually have it down, okay? I mean, if you have it down, okay? Fats. Basically, for fats, drink milk, okay? Drink milk. Eat like steak, eat red meat, okay? There's going to be a lot of natural fats in that. You don't have to like try to consume like some fat supplements. You don't got to do all of that, all right? Carbs. Consume orange juice, honey, blueberries, single ingredient, natural, whole food, carbs, or just food in general. All right, I've been recording this for a little minute now, so I'm getting a little tired. But that's basically what you got to do for recovery. Sleep, eat, and there is one more thing. That's just living a healthy lifestyle, right? Health. We're just going to say right health. Living a healthy lifestyle is also going to be essential for maximizing your recovery. So what I do is I like to get sunlight I'm out for the sun like at least an hour or two, maybe even 3 a day, just sitting in front of the sun. I'm outside with my shirt off, shorts on, barefoot. I'm getting grounding at the same time. This is very healthy for you, regulating your nervous system. You're going to feel great. Like the more you do this, the better you're going to feel. You're going to feel really great by doing this. Make sure you're stretching, get your mobility down. So a stretch I like to do is I like to do dead hangs, right? This helps your posture a lot. Then I do some pull-ups. Pull-ups can also help with your posture because, you're feeling the scapula whenever you do the pull-ups. If you do it like that, you're also going to be helping your posture. I got a foam roller. That's not a foam roller. It's an egg. Got like a foam roller. I do a lot of exercises with this. I stretch a lot. So make sure you got your stretching down, your diet down, your sleep down, and get a lot of sunlight, get grounding. Basically just maximize your mobility, movement. And this is really how you're going to make some gains. I think that's all we got to do. I think that's all I'm really covering. I cover sleep, diet, and stretching. That's all you really got to do for recovery. Of course, you can do like the sauna, you can do cold plunges and stuff like that, but general knowledge, you don't really got to do all of that. All you really got to do is just... I'll add one more thing. You can get this thing called Epsom salt. All right, if you don't know what that is, get some Epsom salt. You can take a bath, right? So basically what this is called like a lymphatic bath. You take a bath. This is a really good recovery tactic. You make the water like really hot, like 100 degrees. And you put salt in there. You can put some vinegar in there. And basically this detoxifies your body. It helps with your lymphatic system. And it also helps with your recovery too. So let's just add that in there too. That's a quick little tip. And if you want to recover, do this. All right, if you don't have access to a sauna or a steam room or any of that, just do this. This will work. Basically, that's basically it. So get yourself this equipment. Learn this handstand. Get yourself the pull-up bar. Get yourself some parallel bars. Get yourself some rings. Put this in your backyard. If you got a backyard, put this in your backyard. And every time you work out, take your shirt off. Absorb the sun. Ground. Really just live like a true primal while you're doing these calisthenics movements, and it makes the workout a lot more fun. All right. And if you want me to, I can always make a separate video of me doing like a workout. I can always make a video of me just living a healthier lifestyle. I can always make a video of what equipment I use if you're really curious. But this is the equipment I use. I already told you guys. But if you want to see it because, you just want to see it, just let me know in the comment section below. And I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And if you found this video valuable, drop like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can never miss an upload. And one more thing, I'm going to add something in here. Go ahead and join this program. Wait, nope, got the updated one now. Go ahead and join this program if you're interested in learning to become a better at fitness and stuff. This is the Bat Cave, where I teach you how to build a physique like Batman, an all-around body. I'm going to add a lot more stuff into this, like the calisthenics philosophy I just picked up. Well, not really a philosophy, the calisthenics, workouts I just picked up. So I'm gonna be adding that in there soon. I've got a lot more stuff coming in. I have a video right here. So if you're interested, just watch the video. Basically, it goes a little bit more in depth into what the program is about. But yeah, that's basically about it. So I hope you found this video valuable. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And if you made this far in the video, thank you for watching. All right, I really appreciate it. Your attention span is pretty long. It's been like 20 minutes. So went on like a little bit of a rant in this video. But if you made this far in the video, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Oh, one more thing. I'm probably gonna do some live streams soon. So if you're more interested in that, I'm probably gonna do like a weekly live streams at some point. I'll do some Q&As if you're really interested, and let me know if you're gonna join that. I might do like one like next week, or yeah, I'll probably do one this week because when this video gets posted, it's gonna be next week already. So yeah, probably do one this week. So coming to that, I'll do a Q&A. I don't know what time it's gonna be, but I can always do a schedule. I can schedule like a few days prior, and you can see. All right, goodbye.